Those kicks, MP. Whew. I think it's time to do some laundry. That outfit smells.
MP, you got that look in your eye tonight.
Quite the attire on the Pistons as they made their way through the... Welcome aboard, everybody. All right, Greg, here we are on the day before. For Thanksgiving, a very special time of the year. Any favorite Thanksgiving traditions or foods for you or your family?
Oh, Kevin, I'm a sweet potato pie lover, but I tell you, man, I love it all. I can't wait.
Well, that's a very early foul. For him. Needs to be more careful and not pick up a second one this quarter. Duren with a screen on Cunningham. Here's Morant. It's blocked. And the starting group for the Grizzlies. Jalen Duren is out there with Jackson. Then there's Ja Morant. Then there's Colin Sexton. And it's Beasley in at the small forward. And they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity.
They don't have to think about sitting him out. I mean, that's his second.
So on the floor for Memphis, we've got Duren. Wells is out there with Pippen, and it's Nora in at the power forward position. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, the bulldozer in the last outing against the Bulls was tremendous. He finished with 30 points and came out of nowhere defensively, blocking shot after shot in an incredible effort. A performance like that makes you hungry for more. We're looking to follow that up tonight, guys.
Okay, David, thanks. It'll be interesting to see, Greg, how much of that performance carries over to tonight.
And, Kevin, different scenarios call for different measures. I'm sure he'll just try to provide whatever they need for the win.
Well, I'm sure he's coming in with a lot of confidence after last game. He wants to have a repeat performance here tonight. So it's the Grizzlies now, following the bucket by the Pistons. Pocket 6. To the paint. Here's Duren with some arc, and it's good on the layup. Duran's got 9 points.
Great touch there. It's just so tough to defend a floater like that.
And when you take a look at Jalen Duren, a big man, Greg, who seems to get better each and every season.
Well, you know, he averaged a double-double in his second season. I especially like how...
Out of the rafters, he punched it in!
Are you kidding me?
And I gotta say, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult when they're trailing.
But still, a magnificent move to the rim. Pass to Nora. Latre off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Well, when you move the ball, you open up the defense. Great job to make the unselfish play.
And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. The Bulldozer passes to McDaniels. Cunningham for three. Nailed from three-point land. Cunningham's got 7 points for the quarter.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter. And now you can see him getting into a rhythm. Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
Rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. Pass to Bulldozer. Here's the three. Another three for Detroit.
Well, when you give him room like that, just expect it to go in.
Here's Duren. And Duren slams it in.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Cunningham for three. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Duren's got 4 rebounds in this game. Ball's knocked loose. Now, here's McDaniels. He's covered closely. Here's the Bulldozer. Misses the three. Looking at Memphis, they want to turn it around after the loss to Phoenix.
Hey, they had their opportunities, but let's face it, they choked from the line. Hard to win that way on the road.
Yeah, those opposing crowds can put you off balance at the stripe, but you got to block out the noise and make those free throws.
The Pistons working the ball around now. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Cunningham for three. Hands it from downtown. Cunningham's got 10 points in the game.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
And the Grizzlies leading by 4. Pass to Duren. Now Wells. Outside Pippen. Over Cunningham. The Grizzlies with another miss.
Thin margin of error right there. You have to work for a better shot.
That bucket in no time at all. And now just a 2-point Grizzly lead. And so it's Pippen with it. He brings it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. They've led by as much as 10. Here's Sensabaugh. That three off the mark. The Pistons have gone 7 for 10 here in the second quarter. They'd like to keep up that nice pace. Sasser can't hit.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Pass to Pippen. Here's Sensabaugh. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Stan, I could talk about coaching with you from morning till night, but what's the most difficult part of coaching that maybe the average fan doesn't know about?
Well, there's probably a lot of things like that, Kevin, so I'll just give you one. When you're coaching a star player who's on the decline a little bit, in his own mind, he's still that guy he was in his best years, but you have to limit his role, not get him as many shots, things like that, and there can be some tension, and it's with a guy that you have huge, huge respect for.
That's a great example. Coaching an aging star. Very different. Morant kicks to Sexton. Back to Morant. 6 to shoot. Inside. Here's Duren. That That ball is good for another field goal. His sixth. He is 6 for 9 on the stat sheet.
Well, Morant's acrobatics often get the attention, but his passing is also elite.
The bulldozer passes to Long. Beasley against Cunningham. Beasley kicks to Sexton. Pass to Duren. Duren a screen. To the left wing. Pulls up. Sends the ball no good.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Yeah, you expect him to make those. Good look. Just couldn't find the mark.
Now here's Morant. Pass to Duren. Sexton for 3. A bulldozer pulls it in. The bulldozer's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Shoots a fader. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies.
Now, this hasn't been his quarter so far. He's really struggling to get going.
And Greg, for longtime Pistons fans, that Bad Boys era was so special.
I mean, Detroit's a tough, hard-working town, and those teams did have great talent led by Isaiah Thomas, but it was their physical, intimidating style of play that made them the Bad Boys.
So for the Pistons, Brownie's checked in, and Terry's subbed in for McDaniels. The bulldozer passes to Cunningham. Again, the miss by the Pistons.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And right now, a brief look at the power rankings here at the end of November. It's interesting to see how the teams compare. You look at the Grizzlies. They slide down to the 3rd spot, trying not to slide any further.
And checking out Detroit, they've shown their capabilities, but it's been in flashes. If they want to move up this list, it may take greater focus, greater commitment.
Here's Hurley. Tips it up. It's good on the putback. And now it's a 9-point Memphis lead.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they?
Well, there's no question he's carrying the load in this quarter, but he's going to need some help.
To the inside. Here's Hurley, and he dunks it down.
Putting that pass right in his stride. Didn't have to slow up and was able to complete the play.
The bulldozer, no good.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the back. Backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. A moment now to see how the schedule is looking for Detroit. On Friday, they'll be matching up against Giannis Antetokounmpo and the Milwaukee Bucks. And then on Saturday, they'll continue the road trip, heading out to Atlanta to take on the Hawks.
And looking at the Wizards matchup, that's a contest that could easily go either way. Small mistakes could be the difference, and both teams will need to be at their best.
Jalen Duren, he's checked in for Memphis. Jackson comes in for Wells. Down low, it's stolen by Duren. And it's Memphis on the break. On the wing, Jackson. He's got 5. Morant outside. Jackson, a screen on Cunningham. Here's Morant. Here's Jackson. Clowney pulls it in. Pistons trail by 11. Fires from deep. The shot's good from Christie. Christie's got 5 points so far.
And they definitely have the edge in those fast break points.
They got to keep looking for fast break scores to even this game up.
And Duren slams it in.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Cunningham kicks to Terry. Off target with his 3. And the Grizzlies leading by 10. Sexton dishes to Morant. Back to Sexton. Good, and the nice assist from Morant. Morant's got 4 assists now tonight.
You know, the timing, the rhythm, I'm a big fan of when Sexton can just catch and shoot.
Pulls up on the wing. And it's Morant with the rebound.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
No good from Beasley. Here's Christie. Banked in off the glass. Christie's got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
And the first half is now in the books. Grizzlies out in front. They're up by 11. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in just a moment.
Thanks for stopping.
They've been fearless tonight. That kind of attitude becomes contagious. I mean, look how many times they've gotten to the stripe.
And now, not a bad. And that's a halftime wrap. Let's get.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. We've seen Jalen Duren really having a great game.
And he's been a monster in this game, throwing down some huge dunks. And I wasn't sure the rim would even survive in that first half.
Well, as a defense, you can't allow him that much room in the post. That's just asking for trouble.
They've got Marcus Sasser. He's out there with Cunningham. Jaden McDaniels is out there with the bulldozer. And it's Clowney in at the force line. And that's the group for Will Hardy as they begin the second half. Pass to Bulldozer. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. Misses off the left iron. And Beasley has the ball here for the Grizzlies. Their next game is in San Francisco, so a road game with the Warriors. And that game will be game 3 of 5 away from home. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks. Ja Morant was the first NBA guard in a quarter century to lead the league in points in the paint. He says, I can't just rely on dunking every single play, so I need different types of finishes to get my shot off, whether it's high off the glass, the reverse, or hanging in the air forever. And Kevin, he just says it so casually. Back to you.
I know it, but look, David, he doesn't do it casually, right? He is a one-man circus. And he can't hit the second. All right, Stan, hypothetical situation. Down 1, shot clock is off. If you could pick anyone in the NBA, who do you want taking that shot?
Well, I'm going to go back in time a little bit, Kevin. The guy who really made my career for me as a head coach. I'm taking Dwayne Wade. He was the best that I ever saw. Not only did he have the ability to make clutch shots, he managed the game clock as well as anybody I've ever seen.
The situation was never too big for him, was it?
Never was, and he's so smart in addition to being as talented as he was.
Pass to Sasser. Cunningham with it. A 3-ball. Grizzlies with the rebound. Beasley's got 6 rebounds in the game.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And that one's good, Morant.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Here's Clowney. The bulldozer passes to Cunningham. This one for 3. And the rebound by Jaren Jackson. Jackson's got his 5th rebound in this one. Morant with it. Now defended by Cunningham. There's the lob to Duren. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession. Let's take a look at the players that have been grabbing rebounds in bunches to lead the NBA over the last 10 games. Take a look at the Bulldozer. No doubt one of the most efficient rebounders in the game.
When it comes to rebounding, it's been a stupendous stretch for him. He's been using his body and strength so effectively.
Detroit making a switch here. Cooper's checked in. To the middle.
Looking here at some numbers for the Bulldozer. What a run he's been on over the past few weeks. Averaging 22 points per and over 5.5 blocks. But to have a scorer like him consistently deliver you points makes such a big difference for a team.
Yeah, he gives you something to build around night after night. Reliability is huge in this league.
Detroit, no good that time either.
He is really scuffling this quarter offensively. Perhaps a little frustration setting in.
Pass to Beasley. Now Duren. That shot is good. He has made 8 while missing only 4. That's 67% shooting.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Here's the Bulldozer. No good again that time.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Here's Morant, and it's blocked. And that's out of bounds. Memphis will retain possession. And the Pistons making a change here. Nurkic is checked in. On defense, the Pistons. Here's Jackson. It's tipped. Here's Sasser, defended by Sexton. And the shot is good.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
And the Grizzlies leading by 19 points. Morant passes to Jackson. Shot clock at 5. Here's Morant. It's blocked. Pass to Sasser. It's rebounded by Memphis. Jackson's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Here's Sexton. 10 points for him. And here's Jackson. The 3. The Grizzlies with another miss.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Cooper the pass to the Bulldozer. Morant against Cooper. Pass to Bulldozer. Good on the three-point shot. The Bulldozer's got 10.
Well, that's his first 3 here in the second half. Gotta think he'd like a few more of those.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies.
Well, it's a players' league, but certainly coaching has its place.
And this is when a coach earns his paycheck. Analyze the situation and give your players the information they need to succeed.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pistons. Terry comes in for McDaniels. Christie subbed in for Marcus Sasser. And Memphis also making a switch. Wells, he's checked in for Colin Sexton.
And using his length, getting in close to stuff it down. That's just too easy. Well, it's been a frustrating night for him at the offensive end. Just not able to give them any kind of a lift.
You can see, and Coach, you can feel Ja Morant's star power, and his presence on the floor is such a factor. It affects the game.
Yeah, it sure does. And it even affects the energy in the building. His play is so dynamic, athletic, energetic. I mean, you can't sit and watch a Ja game. He's going to get you on your feet.
He is one of a kind for sure. His three-pointers off the mark.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. Stan, I've always admired you come from a coaching family. Was there a point growing up you knew you wanted to be a coach?
Yeah, I loved being around the game. And so 2 things happened that drove me into coaching. Number 1, I loved baseball and I couldn't hit one. So that was out. And I wasn't a good enough basketball player to go on that way. So if I wanted to stay involved in the game, that's when I knew I wanted to be a coach.
But your dad had a little bit of that in his background. I say in a little kind of tongue-in-cheek, right? He was a guy that led the way, and you're interested.
Yeah, my dad coached for over 40 years, and I think he had a great passion for it and always used to tell us that he never actually felt like he worked a day in his life. He loved it so much.
Following in his footsteps. Terrific story. Pistons trail by 20. Terry with a screen on Jackson. The bulldozer. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. The Bulldozers got 5 points now this quarter. Duren down low.
And he might be small for a center, but boy, can he jump out of the building.
The Pistons working the ball around now. They set the pick. Here's Cooper. It's good from long range. Cooper's got 6.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from there.
And Duren slams it in.
And this is something Morant does well. His knack for knowing when to make that feed is impressive.
The bulldozer. And another 3 for Detroit.
Yeah, that's 2 straight three-pointers they've allowed.
And here's Morant. He'll bring it up for Memphis. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. And Duren slams it in.
Not surprised at all. He's shooting it well at scoring points in bunches. Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete. And there's a minute 45 left in the third. Outside Jackson. Teardrop shot. Yep, it counts. He's got 11.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Fires, high post, and it's Morant with the rebound.
Wow, his shooting woes continue, and it's weighing down this offense.
At the elbow, it's Jackson. Rebounded by the Pistons.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
And there's the foul. It's on the bulldozer. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. Cunningham, he's checked in for Cooper.
Substitution on the floor.
To the inside. Ellis kicks to Wells. Morant outside. Traps in the tray. Morant's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for the Grizzlies. Pistons trail by 21. Cunningham passes to the Bulldozer. Back to Cunningham. Wide open. Green for 2 points. Cunningham's got 18 points in the game.
Just a positive force right now for these guys. And though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
Duren with the screen on Terry. Here's Sensabaugh. The top of the key jumper is on the mark.
Love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies sitting on a 21-point lead to end the quarter. There. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, that's high-level playmaking. He makes it look easy, but it's not.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. So on the floor for Memphis. Beasley is out there with Wells. Then there's Sexton. Then there's Ja Morant. Pistons trail by 21. Cunningham with it. Pass to Bulldozer. Puts up a 3. And it's Morant with the rebound. Morant's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Releases from 15. Count that one. Morant's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Grizzlies.
And you want to prevent Ja from driving to the rim, but you gotta also contest him at the mid-range and just hope it doesn't go in.
And standing 6'9", Jaden McDaniels, possessing tremendous length for a perimeter defender.
Yeah, Kevin, and he can really move his feet, too. Jaden McDaniels is clearly one of the best and most versatile perimeter defenders in the league.
And he gets it to go.
And he is just an explosive athlete. Sexton not at all fazed by the contact.
The bulldozer, no good. Grizzlies shooting 49% on the game. They'll take that. Sexton dishes to Morant. Floats it up there for Morant. Stolen by McDaniels. Cunningham for three. Detroit, no good that time either.
Well, he had 6 points from beyond the arc in the first half, but yet to get it going here in the second. Well, he knew he had the size advantage to dominate the defense there. Go right at him.
Marcus Hasner's checked in for Detroit. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Grizzlies.
Well, they've really been sharing the basketball. All coaches talk about that, try to get their teams to do it. It's really great when you see it in action.
And also, guys, the confidence to keep taking the three. It's been falling, so they've got to keep going back to it.
Cunningham gets the bucket.
Well, that's now his third triple of the game. First here in this second half.
And the Grizzlies leading by 21. And there's the foul. It's on the bulldozer. That's his fifth foul.
Yeah, clearly a foul of frustration right there.
Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Sexton finds Morant. Greg, we see the NBA fining players for certain actions or statements.
Multiple offenders are always going to be under the microscope, Kevin. Sometimes they end up playing into those expectations, so those punishments can appear a bit skewed.
Sexton, the pass to Morant. Here's Hurley, and he bangs it home with one hand.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
Woo, one of his favorite moves right there, guys. Floats one up. The bulldozer, no good. Grizzlies have gone a perfect 4 of 4 to start the final quarter. Can't ask for anything more than that. Pass to Morant. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here. Greg, with how explosive Ja Morant is, he has certainly taken his fair share of awkward falls.
And that's what worries you with guys like that. He's already had a number of injuries in his young career, but we all just want to see him at full health.
And the Grizzlies making a change here. Jackson's checked in. Here's Cunningham. Pistons passing it around. Pass to McDaniels. There's the three. Grizzlies with the rebound. Morant's got his fifth rebound in this one. And here's Sexton. Down low. Here's Hurley. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
Well, he saw the height advantage he had and went right up with it.
So no problem for Memphis as they get the win.
Listen, I love my guy Patrick, but he can get a little carried.
Sorry, man. Tough game tonight.